What's up, 805? This is Bill Locey right here in Studio 805 for the Ventura County Star with my endless, mindless, and senseless music news and views this week on a terrific Thursday. Terrific if, of course, you ignore everything going on around you. Or as Hall of Famer Vin Scully so astutely noted, reality is a far cry from a marvelous story. This week, however, great news! Now, of course, everyone delights in dogging the government. That's the Republican mantra. Government can't do anything. Of course, you can't do anything if you appoint hacks, crooks, and incompetence, when the best and the brightest should be the minimum qualification. You're doing a great job, Bushy. Point being, government often does get it right, like the recent cell phone ban in California. Yay! Nothing makes me angry than some jerk driving badly in front of me on a cell phone. Studies, not to mention common sense and personal observation, make it clear that people on cell phones are worse than drunk drivers. People cannot multitask. Of course, I'm sure you all read weird news in the timeout section every Thursday. I know you do. One of my personal favorites, some chick in Georgia crashed to a Nextel sign and sadly killed herself. They found her severed arm in the street, still clutching her cell phone. Hate when that happens. But that's weird news. Anyway, no more cell phones in front of me. Tourists driving like idiots are bad enough. Okay, enough reality and turning to the unreality of rock and roll. Let's talk about some live music, and to that end, if I had a faster car, a richer girlfriend, even one with a job, here's where I'll be lurking in the back this week. Tonight, it's one of my favorite interview victims from this week's timeout. Those Dodger fans in the Voodoo Glow Skulls, purveyors of ska's third wave. They'll be at Rookies in Ventura tonight under the 700 TV sets. What's ska? Don't worry, your feet will know what to do. On Friday, it's Be Willing, none other than Brendan James, frontman for the best local band that's not Raging Arb, Shades of Day. James will be doing a solo acoustic thing at Cafe Bella down on C Street in Ventura, right across the street from Cafe Fiore. On Saturday at my old school, Go Bruins ISC at Poly Pavilion, home to Ben Howland's basketball Bruins. It's The Who, Pearl Jam, Flaming Lips, and the Foo Fighters. Wow, that's a pretty good show. Saw The Who in Santa Barbara back in the day when they were all alive and wrecked all their gear. Bet those 11 national championship banners will absorb so much smoke they'd fail a drug test quicker than Bill Walton back in '75. Same day, Saturday, but up here in the 805 where we like it at Libby Park, it's the Ohio Rock Fest with a bunch of cool cover bands, including Cubensis, who does Grateful Dead stuff. Blues dude Jackie Lomax, once upon a time signed to Apple Records by his pal George Harrison. He'll play some blues, and the Mighty Cascats will be doing, what else? Johnny Cash songs. And finally, the best show of the week, maybe this year. Never seen them, but Coldplay will play at the Fabulous Forum in never even remotely fabulous Inglewood on Tuesday night. If it weren't so far and it wasn't so lazy, well, you never know. Okay, that's that. Now this, Rock and Roll Call, the record-reading service of cyberspace designed to cost you or save you several of those hard-earned George Morrisons, depending on whether or not the band stinks. First up, they don't stink. What a coincidence. A new one by my new favorite band, Coldplay. You'll love this title. Viva la Vida or Death and All Its Friends. On Mighty Mighty Capitol Records, once upon a time the home to Frank Sinatra, the Beatles, and the Beach Boys, all of whom probably chipped in toward the construction of the big round thing in Hollywood. Anyway, brilliant album. Haven't been knocked out this much since I first heard the Dandy Warhols. You're going to have to make up some new adjectives to describe this one. Symphonic, hook-filled, tighter than your boss, wearing a boa necktie up there, and skill levels with Radiohead, My Morning Jacket. You will never know it. You will know us by the Trail of the Dead. That's a band name. So is Coldplay. Superior Britpop. Some of it even sounds like my heroes of yesteryear, the Moody Blues. And they're playing Tuesday at the Forum in LA. The Coldplay album is so good, I'm not sure I can even leave it with Gretchen to sample it. It's great. Okay, next up is the latest by Slightly Stoopid. There's 2 O's in Stoopid, appropriately enough on Stoopid Records. Okay, if you smoked your breakfast, you'll love these guys. It's stoner pop reggae from Ocean Beach down by San Diego, signed to Skunk Records by Brad Noel of Sublime, who made a stupid career move by ODing on heroin. This is the 1 week, 1 song, 1 beat reggae stuff. Generic in its simplicity, but foot-friendly and always a popular type of music for SoCal, especially on the beach. If you're straight, it all sounds the same. If you're higher than a Chinese bottle rocket, it still all sounds the same, but you won't care, as the pernicious weed tells you what to do, but won't let you do it. And finally, it's the mainstream debut by Santa Barbara hottie Katy Perry. Her Capitol album, another Capitol, it's called One of the Boys, which of course she ain't. This one has 0 in common with her gospel debut a few years back, and she does have hits with her bouncy tunes, I Kissed a Girl and You're So Gay. Sure to have the right-wing Christian fascists all nervous, busy worrying about other people. Perry's just this week's teen queen, sure to capture the short attention spans of Mall Mice from sea to Winding Sea. She's got a cool voice, all the bouncy tunes. It'll be okay. International corporatism is a lot more problematic than a young preacher's daughter from the 805. Trust me this time. Okay, my cyberspace friend, this is Bill Locey right here within the luxurious confines of Studio 805 for the Ventura County Star saying, go Dodgers, go check out some live music, and way to go, concerned citizens of Oxnard for getting the traffic initiative on the ballot. Have a delightful weekend. And if no one tells you how to act, then how are you going to be?
Nothing